What is the freakiest first date you've ever been on? I now know to never put my meat in crazy. Last September, my ex-wife and I filed for divorce. We were separated. One of my best friends, Kayla, says I should try dating. She's never led me astray, so I agreed, and signed up to a dating website. The first girl I matched with seemed nice. We talked for a few days since I'm on a business trip and plan to go out when I get back. She's a therapist. Works with neurodivergent kids. We chatted a bit. All is good. We go on our first date after work on a Tuesday. I picked her up at her place. We went to my favorite pizza joint in her area. It starts a bit awkward as first dates usually do. She then tells me, "I can't wait to tell you. I'm pregnant." Okay. Weird. Maybe the nerves. Understand we had no booze at this point. I think she's just nervous. Great. A few minutes later she's telling me about her parents who live on the West Coast, in California. And we are all the way in New York on the East. So, imagine the look on my face when these parents proceed to show up and sit down with us. I sat against the wall of the restaurant booth with her dad sitting next to me. She's across from me. Her mom is next to her. Okay. Guess I'm paying for their meal too. Double date. Great. Her mom and dad tell me they've heard a lot about me. How much could they know? This is literally our first date. They ask about what it's like working for a vocational school. So I start freaking out as I've only said I'm a school admin, nothing more, not where I work. I say it's great, but I'm looking to go back to work in middle school or elementary school next year. Her dad then says he can't wait to have a son-in-law like me. Mom says she can't wait to have me marry into the family. Awkward. They were drinking, so I gave them a pass. The awkward evening continues. Classic small talk. We started leaving and I picked up this chick, so I've got to drop her off. Grandma raised a gentleman, you know? Figured I'd do that and dip. Nope. We get back to her place, and her parents park up next to me. They invited me up. Her mom told me she baked a great pumpkin pie earlier today. Well, I love pumpkin pie. I decided I might as well get something out of this night. So I went in and had some pie. Truthfully, some of the best pumpkin pies I've ever had. I tried to leave and they weren't really letting me by giving me more pie or starting a new conversation topic. Kayla, the one who told me to start dating, calls me. She asks what's up. I took the call in the bathroom, told her what was happening, and she came up with a plan. I'm going to say I need to pick up my friend Eddie with his flat tire. Eddie was just Kayla, as we decided it was probably best to not use a girl's name. Great. I found a way out. Before I get the chance to leave, my date says she needs to walk her dog. Annoying stuff. Yapping dog. Rubbing his butt on everything and dragging his butt across the floor. Very poorly trained. Okay. Fine. Come with me and walk me down. Her mom decides to come too. I'm standing there trying to leave as my date takes her dog for a poop. Mom says it's nice to meet me and make small talk. She then says, "I'm so glad she found you. I didn't think she'd be able to settle down since we've had her committed 3 times," and walks away. Bomb dropped. I'm panicking now, sweating a bit. I turn to get in my car and the chick is right there. She hugs me. Tries to kiss me. Tell me I love you, and can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I try to leave. Great. Gotta go. My friend needs help. I get in the car, this chick is in my rear mirror and she's calling me. I picked up and she said, "You didn't say you love me." Kayla calls, so I use it as an excuse and tell my date, "Oops, hang on, I have to take an important call." I tell her what happened. She's laughing her butt off. I'm terrified at this point, thinking the headlights in my rearview mirror are her. So I started speeding on the highway. I'm speeding away, maybe a little too fast. So I get pulled over. The cop asks why, so I tell him everything. Takes a good 5 to 6 minutes to get him to understand. All he says is, "Bro. Never put your meat in crazy." Thanks, brochacho. Cop feels sorry for me and escorts me to the highway. Great. Freedom. My date then texts me. I try to ghost her. Now, I left out an important detail. I went on a school night, wearing a shirt with my school logo. Once you know the name, it's hard not to find it, as our school is the only type of school like this in my county. I go to my boss the next day and tell him just in case the crazy girl tries anything. He calls me an idiot for wearing my work shirt. Laughs his butt off about the whole situation. He asks if I blocked her. That's a good idea, I thought. So I do it. He tells me I'm an idiot again for not thinking this through. She figured out where I worked. And started calling my desk, asking when we were going out. She leaves a message saying she wants to be engaged by the time she's 30. Which, by the way, was weeks away. At this point, I'm freaking out. I have a school resource officer in my building, so I tell him what happened. I gave her name to him and he told me he'd take care of it if she came by. But he also told me to move my car to the back, as it is gated so the public can't see. Dude's a saint and it was a great idea. Fast forward a few days, and the chick shows up asking to see me. Security tells her I don't work here. She gets snotty with the school resource officer and gets escorted out. She calls my desk phone pleading with me to give her a chance. She found my sister and my best friend all on Facebook. Messages them telling them that we are soulmates. I tell them to block that woman. She was crazy. Got her to calm down when I told her I'm going to report her for harassment to her licensing board. And those kids, is the story of how I met your mother.